so amazing to do it. They told us we couldn't do it every week. Then we went up and we couldn't have won that one. This created team, and we beat them. Like reality TV. Just like all the other boys. I mean, you see it on TV for so many years and past five. We're going to win. The Premiers. At the end for the Western time of heartache. The clutch of the Premiers. 55 years out of the big dance. 62 years since they won a Premier. Romantic. Wonderful.
Hey guys, welcome back to another of my videos where today I'm going to be giving you my round 4 predictions and tips for the 4th week of the AFL season of 2021. And the first game is tomorrow, which is Thursday at 7:20 p.m. and it is the Sydney v Essendon clash. So this one is a bit hard because Sydney did just come off a smashing and so did Essendon. So Essendon smashed St Kilda and Sydney smashed Richmond. So you think about it, the better out of the bunch is Richmond. St Kilda are having a rough season right now, and I think both sides have a very good midfield and stuff. Well, not necessarily midfield, but a good team and line. But what I'm thinking is Sydney are going to win because Sydney have just been up there. They're playing at their best right now, and I feel like they're really in a good state as a team. So my tip for round 1 is Sydney, well, for the first round of the week.
He's in a dangerous position. Oh, he gives it to Mitchell too. How do you like that, Tommy?
Oh, he might get another one here.
Wow. So this will be Papley's second.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
And then the next clash is Port Adelaide v Richmond, and these teams both lost. Port Adelaide lost to West Coast and Richmond lost to Sydney. So where does this leave us? So they both lost, and these are thought to be the 2 premiership finalists for the year. And I'm thinking you're excluding Sydney, Western Bulldogs, West Coast, just so that you can say that Port Adelaide are going to be in the final. No, I don't think that. Guys, Port Adelaide fans, please don't get cocky because we don't know that you're actually going to make the finals. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I think that I'm going to say Richmond are going to win this.
He knew as soon as he picked it up, he knew as soon as it left the boot, he was confident. The supporters behind the goals absolutely loved it. Pretty happy with it as well.
Although Port Adelaide have been very strong right now, and I do understand, but I don't know, I think Richmond are just going to pull themselves together, and I think they're going to do better. But don't get me wrong, they're both good teams, and this is going to be a close match, and I'm very excited to watch it on Friday night. Okay, so the next game is the Bulldogs v Brisbane game. So Bulldogs had a smashing against North Melbourne last week, and Brisbane won by 1 point after the siren, which was a crazy win against Collingwood. And I think if Western Bulldogs beat Collingwood and Brisbane barely beat Collingwood, I feel like I have strong faith in the Western Bulldogs to get this game done, because look at their midfield, look at their forward line. Well, not mainly the forward line, but their midfield is just so incredible. With Bontempelli, Dunkley, and all those other great players, I just feel like it's going to be hard for people to get on top of them. But you know, don't get me wrong, I think Brisbane have a chance, but I think Bulldogs win this game, and my tip is going on Bulldogs.
Towards Hunter. He flicks it on to Smith. How good's this kid? Don't you want to be him?
So the St Kilda v West Coast game, this is kind of speaks for itself. St Kilda came into this season looking amazing, and they've just let everyone down. I think after the first game, everyone's like, they're not going to be in top 8 anymore. And I feel like that's a bit harsh, but they are playing very rubbish, and I don't think at this stage they're going to be in top 10 because it's just the way they're formed. And I don't know, they're not working very well to the standard that they're supposed to be or thought to be. So my tip for this game is West Coast. West Coast have been great this season. They beat Port Adelaide, and they were very close. Like, all their games have been close losses or wins. So that I think that's a really good state to be in for the season, and that's why I picked West Coast.
He was very good last week.
On ball, Darling! But Kennedy's plucked it over the top. He's robbed Darling of the specky mark. Josh Kennedy forced to wait for his opportunity. He works that one back beautifully. It's like he's never left.
Yeah.
And also they have like Josh Kennedy and Darling, so I feel like they've got a good forward line. Anyways, the next game is the Gold Coast v Carlton. People are saying that Carlton are going to win this, but no, I think Gold Coast are going to come on top. They have some really good players, and they are currently sitting in, I think, 8th on the ladder. So I feel like that is crazy. So I think that they're in a good state, and I think they're going to get on top in this game. I do feel like it's going to be close. This is played at Metricon, so I think Gold Coast will win, but very close game. And Carlton still has a chance. They did win last week, but that was against Fremantle at the end of the day. They're not very good. So, well, they're not the best, but they're not hard competition, as you could say. So I think Gold Coast is my tip for this Saturday night clash.
The last jit in the chain was Swallow. Oh, he's assisted magnificent. He stripped the goal.
And the next game is the Collingwood v GWS Giants. Collingwood have been playing okay. They've definitely made some wrong decisions in coming into 2021. They got rid of Treloar and some other really good players, and they just gave them out, like handed them away, and even gave people money to take the players. And they're not as good as last year, I would say. Collingwood lost to Western Bulldogs, and they also haven't won every game. They lost to Brisbane. And yeah, so I wouldn't say that they're at their best form, but GWS have just been really bad this season so far. They've lost all their games, and they're they're one of the bottom teams on the ladder. So I don't think that's got them in a good state in the ladder. So I'm going to go with Collingwood.
Down from Varco to full forward, a one-on-one to Goey. Bagley, oh, to Goey has kicked the most remarkable goal
in this game. And I do trust that Collingwood will win. The next game is North Melbourne v Adelaide. This is self-explanatory. I do feel bad for North Melbourne. I wish that they will win a game, but it's just not going to happen. So my bet is going on Adelaide for this game. Adelaide have been better. They've got some good players now. They're starting to form a team, like a good team, and I feel like they're coming together moving forward into this season. I do expect some good things to come for this team. But North Melbourne, on the other hand, they're having a downfall. They are still collecting younger people and players for their team, and they're not at their best state. They've gotten rid of old players, and they're trying to form a newer team. So they're still not at completion rate. But yeah, that's the Sunday night game.
Kelly waits. Knew the tackle was on. Keys hands it back to Smith. Weaves his way nicely through them. Hamill, good 360 turn. Gave it back to Smith. Long launch was good. Frampton can't get there. It beats them all home.
And then the next game is Melbourne v Geelong. This may be close. I do feel like this is going to be close, but I think Melbourne Demons are going to get on top because they've just been playing good football, and Geelong only won. Wait, did they win? Yeah, Geelong won last week. And they only barely won. So, I don't know. I do feel like Melbourne are going to win. And Geelong, I don't know, they're not at their best state right now. They're not playing amazing football. They're kind of on the down low side of the top 8, I would say. Maybe coming forward. But, you know, that's not right now. And I think Melbourne will take this out.
Just when he needed to. Fritz into a little bit of space. Hannon. Shepard's decides not to come. It was a bad blue. Look at this over the top. Melkson's going to mark and run into an open goal. Melbourne are back in front, and they're back in the 8.
And the last game on Sunday is the Fremantle v Hawthorn game. These teams, I don't hear much about them. They're not in top 8. They're both under, so Hawthorn and Fremantle. I don't know, this could be a great game. This could be, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be close because these teams are both near each other on the ladder. But Fremantle once again came off a loss last week, and so did Hawthorn because Hawthorn lost to Geelong. I think it was Geelong, yes. But by a bit. It wasn't very much. I think it was like 4 points or something. So, once again, Geelong didn't win by much, and Hawthorn lost by very minimal against Fremantle, who lost by quite a large margin. So, my tip for this round is going on Hawthorn.
Should have been ball, you'd think. Still in the area, danger, cut off. Burgoyne gets a third go at it. Should have had a free kick against.
Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that subscribe button, like, and turn your post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I post another video. Although this wasn't me putting my bets on, I do that later, but I just wanted to show you on a bigger screen what I've decided to do. So if I do change my mind, the only game I think I will change my mind on is Port Adelaide v Richmond, because I'm very indecisive. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, then please share it. Bye, guys!